Hey, you guys. Paul Lutheran, your ordinary Lutheran North Country guy here, and we're here to get wisdom, eh? Maybe you have your good Lutheran coffee to join me. If not, then eat your heart out. I've got it. So I'm going to talk about Proverbs chapter 12 today. And I have just picked out some favorite verses from there. And last time, all the verses I read talked about the tongue. Some of these do too. You'll see how important that is to use our tongue wisely. But some of them are about other things too. Listen to this one. Verse 1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but those who hate to be rebuked are stupid. And then there's another one that kind of goes with it, okay? Fools think their own way is right, but the wise listen to advice. These are good things for us to remember in our own lives, that if we don't like to listen to advice, what somebody else has to say. Now, it's not saying even that every time they say something, it's going to be right. But if we're wise, we'll be willing to listen to it. Quick to listen, slow to speak, says James. So it's like that. Those who hate to be rebuked are stupid. Do you want to be stupid? I hope not. Now, I will say this too. This is something for us to think about when we look at our politicians. When you are deciding who are you going to vote for, is it somebody that does not like to listen to advice? Is it somebody that does not like to be rebuked? Then they're stupid, or they are fools. And it would be better to look to somebody else. And if there's somebody else is also like that, well, then you just have to, see who's worse, I guess. It's not the only thing, but it's an awfully big thing, isn't it? So there's some there. Here's one more. Rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. So, are your lips bringing healing into people's lives? Or is it more like a sword thrust, and it just brings a wound that maybe won't ever completely heal? So we need to think about what we say, and especially when the thing that occurs to us to say is something that could turn out to hurt. That's part of being a wise person. Here's another one. Verse 23. A prudent person keeps their knowledge to themselves. It says his knowledge to himself, but I'm trying to be inclusive here. But the heart of fools blurts out folly. So there are times when you even know, but it's better to be quiet. Especially if your knowledge is about somebody else and it's negative, maybe you don't need to share that. You can keep it to yourself. And sometimes the one that blurts it out, oh, I heard a juicy one, the gossip that we do sometimes. It's better to just not say it. So explain things in the kindest way, Luther says in his explanation to the Eighth Commandment. So, there one more. An anxious heart weighs a man down, but a kind word cheers him up. So, if somebody is anxious, you might have a kind word for them, and it might help so much. So let's remember that, and let's get wisdom, eh? Glad that you were with me today, and I hope I have you with me tomorrow as well when we get to the next verse in Proverbs, or the next chapter. So long. Now, there it is.